GoHighLevel just released a ton of new features, from creating estimates to product reviews to brand boards to the ads manager to the GoCollab marketplace and much more. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up all these features and more in GoHighLevel so that you can have one of the most powerful all-in-one CRM platforms at your fingertips. Even if you're just starting out, GoHighLevel is ideal for digital marketers, agency owners, sales reps, and even freelancers who want everything about their CRM, including contact management, sales funnels, automated marketing campaigns, customer analytics, and reporting, all under one roof. I'm going to walk you through everything step by step so that you can have GoHighLevel up and running in only about 30 minutes. Now, you can do this on your own, but if you want to help support the channel at absolutely no cost to you, you can use our affiliate link that's in the description. We don't sell courses or anything like that on this channel. All the information you'll need is right here in this free video. However, when you do use our affiliate link, it'll help to keep videos like this one free for everyone, and we'll all be starting at the same place. One other thing to note is that GoHighLevel may make updates to their homepage from time to time, so this page might look slightly different depending on when you're watching this video. But no matter what route you take, whether it's going straight to the GoHighLevel homepage or by clicking on the link in the description below, you'll see a button on their homepage with a 14-day free trial offer. Go ahead and click on that button to get started. On the following pop-up screen, you'll fill in some general information about your business and provide your contact information. Once you fill those out, click on the Go to Step 2 button. On this screen, you'll get to choose your plan. Now, there are a couple of different options here. You can either choose the starter plan or you can choose the unlimited plan. The real difference between these two plans is going to be what your current volume of leads and clients is. Once you have more than the starter plan's limit of 3 sub-accounts, then it'll make sense to upgrade to the unlimited plan. And with the unlimited plan, you'll not only get everything that already comes with the starter plan, but you'll also get API access, unlimited sub-accounts, and even a branded desktop app. But if you're only starting out, or you've only got 3 or fewer leads and clients, those are the sub-accounts that I mentioned, you should just stick with the starter plan. The starter plan is more than enough for anyone who doesn't already have a lot of lead volume or at least 3 current clients. After you've set up the basics for your account, you'll be brought to the GoHighLevel account dashboard. This is going to be your main landing page and where you'll access all the features at GoHighLevel. Now, you may hear me mention both HighLevel and GoHighLevel throughout the video. Those are just 2 different ways of me referring to the same thing. Also, I want to point out that I've got the unlimited plan. So if you got the starter plan, don't worry. There are only going to be a few small differences between what you see on your account dashboard and the account dashboard shown here. So first, let's start with sub-accounts. This is where you'll get to choose which agency sub-account you want to work with. Think of sub-accounts like the different businesses or clients that you'll work with. And I do want to point out really quickly that there may be a little bit of confusion since there's already another tab actually called sub-accounts. So we'll call this one the account switching feature for now, just to keep things easy to remember. You can find the ability to switch between sub-accounts right above the agency dashboard tab, where it says click here to switch. Let's check that out now. Here, you can see I have 1 sub-account. That's my default sub-account. Everyone will have 1 default sub-account when they get started, and you'll be able to add more sub-accounts over time. For now, let's just check out the default sub-account. This page is the main dashboard for the sub-account. This dashboard view allows you to see all the major parts of the sub-account, including total leads, lead statuses, pipeline value, conversion rates, any open tasks you may have, and much more. Now, this is a test account, but you can use the analytics here to help power your business, which can include things like tracking KPIs or key performance indicators. For now, let's go to the Launchpad to set up your social media environment. You can find the Launchpad right above the Dashboard tab. Let's go there now. As you're getting your environment set up, it's a good idea to start connecting to your lead generating touchpoints. That includes downloading the GoHighLevel app for either iPhone or Android. That'll be the first link at the top of the page. After downloading the app, you can connect your account to some of the other major lead generation sources shown here, such as Google Business, Facebook, Stripe. This will allow you to accept payments in HighLevel, WhatsApp, This is going to be useful for an international business, and WordPress for building out your website from directly within GoHighLevel. If you want, you can even set up a web chat widget too. Whenever you need to add team members, you can also do that using the bottom link on this page. Adding team members also allows you to customize their permissions. If they don't need access to everything, you can give them access only to what they do need and nothing else. Alright, so now that you're all set up with all the lead generating touchpoints in Launchpad, let's go over to the Conversations tab. That's right below the Dashboard tab. Here on the Conversations tab, you want to think of this as your one-stop shop for every communications touchpoint that you could possibly imagine with all your clients. Literally everything. That includes things like email, Facebook, Messenger, SMS, and more. The best part about this feature is that you can sort all your communications by client, all in one convenient place. Now, let's go to the Calendars tab. That's right below the Conversations tab. On the Calendars tab, this is where you'll have the option to either integrate your calendars into GoHighLevel from other sources like Calendly, Apple Calendar, Google Calendar, and more, or you can set up a calendar directly from within GoHighLevel. Your choice. There's a new calendar integration feature that just recently rolled out as of the time of this recording in April of 2025. You can now use Google Dscope to connect to your Google Calendar directly from the Calendar Connections tab in the Settings sub-account section. This means that you don't have to do a full integration with any of the other Google apps and services if you don't want to. Since I've already got a calendar set up here, I'll go ahead and use that. To set up a new appointment, click the plus new button to bring up the appointments pop-up screen. From here, you can select the calendar that you want to book an appointment for, choose which team member the appointment is for, add in the date and time, and then click book appointment. It's that easy. You can also view your appointments by clicking on the appointment list view. Here, you can sort your appointments by status, such as upcoming or canceled. This is something that you can do for all appointment types, such as one-on-one meetings, sales calls, team meetings, and more. Right next to the appointment list view is the Calendar Settings tab. This is where you can create different calendars for different types of events. To set up a calendar, click the Create Calendar button in the upper right-hand corner of the page. Here, you can choose from a few different scheduling types, such as personal bookings, round robins, class bookings, and more. The great thing about all the different scheduling types is that GoHighLevel adds suggestions for each scheduling type in its description. Once you've picked a scheduling type, you can fill in the calendar name, add in the team members for that calendar, add a custom calendar URL, set the meeting duration, set the availability window, and click Confirm. GoHighLevel then creates the calendar and gives you a link to it. You can click Preview to get a sneak peek at what it looks like. It basically looks and functions just like any other calendar app that's out there. Your leads will get to select from available time slots, fill in their information, and then hit Schedule Meeting. Now to change your availability, click the Availability tab and update your available dates and times as necessary. Also, the Connections tab is where you can connect to other calendars, such as Apple Calendar or Google Calendar. Now, if you do choose to connect to another calendar, GoHighLevel can automatically prevent you from double booking any time that you've already got blocked off for other meetings or events. Again, very powerful stuff. Now, let's keep going and talk about contacts. That's right below the Calendars tab. So as I mentioned before, GoHighLevel is one of the most powerful all-in-one CRM platforms available. Here's where you'll see all your clients. That includes all your leads and any clients, both past and present. All of them are going to be right here. Whenever you collect anyone's information, this is where it's going to show up. Now, a really cool feature of GoHighLevel is this first tab in the Contacts section called Smart Lists. This will categorize your contacts for you. If you click on one of your contacts, you can see every touchpoint that you've ever had with that particular person. And again, this page is only showing demo data. But now you can start to see how easily everything in GoHighLevel not only connects with everything else within the platform, but also outside the platform, like we saw earlier in the Launchpad section. You can see that this person, Casey Morgan with Dunder Mifflin, is a high priority follow-up lead. You can also do things like add your own tags and create courses right from within GoHighLevel. You can even send different kinds of communications like emails, SMS, or WhatsApp chats, all from within their contacts profile. And you can even set which method your clients prefer not to be contacted by in the Do Not Disturb or DND section. Now, let's check out a really cool feature, the Opportunities section. This is going to be right below the Contacts tab. So the Opportunities section is basically a pipeline. If you've ever used Notion or Trello or ClickUp, you'll know that there are different columns that you can move your leads through. Simply click on and then drag a card to move a lead from one column to the next. Each of the columns is a different status within the pipeline. Some common example statuses are things like new leads, qualified leads, negotiations phase, and closed. To add a new opportunity, click the blue Add Opportunity button in the upper right-hand corner of the page. Fill in the lead's information, their contact info, the opportunity info, include what stage they're at in the pipeline, what their opportunity value is, and then hit Create. Easy as that. Since this pipeline already came pre-installed with this demo account, I'm going to show you how to create a pipeline. If I click on the Pipelines tab at the top left corner of the page, you can see the marketing pipeline that came with this demo account. To create a new pipeline, click the green Create New Pipeline button. You can give your new pipeline a name, say Sales Pipeline. You can add in some different stages, let's say cold, warm, hot, and closed. Then click on Save, and now you have a new sales pipeline. Now, if you go back to the Opportunities tab, you can choose between the different pipelines and also add new opportunities there. Simply switch to the pipeline that you want to add an opportunity to, then click on the blue Add Opportunity button to do that. Next, let's take a look at the Payments tab. I know I keep emphasizing the all-in-one power of GoHighLevel, but it really is amazing. You can even accept payments from directly within GoHighLevel. Estimates is another new feature in GoHighLevel that I mentioned earlier. You can send out estimates, you can convert those estimates into invoices, or you can send out standalone invoices. You can also send out documents and contracts and have your clients sign them using GoHighLevel's document signing feature. This means you don't need DocuSign or Adobe Sign or PandaDoc or any other subscriptions like that. You can track customer orders, and you can even see abandoned customer checkout carts. If you run a subscription-based business, you can keep track of those from here too. You can do things like send out direct payment links to your customers and see the transaction history for every customer. There's also another new feature HighLevel recently rolled out called Products. You can use that for things like e-commerce. You can add products, see your different collections, check your inventory, and read customer reviews. You can even create coupons and discounts or other rebates to foster customer loyalty. And rounding it out, you can connect payment processors directly in GoHighLevel using the Integrations tab with options like Stripe, PayPal, Square, Clover, and many more. The last thing I'll quickly mention here is the Settings tab, where you can set defaults for your payment receipts, include taxes, send notifications to customers who've abandoned their carts, add in shipping estimates, address how you want to handle subscription auto-renews that have failed, and much more. Okay, now let's cover AI agents. AI agents are yet another brand new feature in HighLevel. You'll find them right above the Marketing tab, back on the main dashboard page. To get started with an AI agent, you can choose either the Voice AI or the Conversation AI selection under the Getting Started tab, and then click on the Create Your First Voice or Conversation AI agent, respectively. For Voice AI, you'll first need to set up a native LC, or lead connector, phone system, to act as your telephony service provider using the Twilio platform. If you need help with that, you can connect directly with a GoHighLevel agent to help you get that set up. For conversation bots, you can click on the blue Create Bot button and then select the type of bot you want to create. It can be a general Q&A bot, a specific bot for things such as appointment booking, or you can create and customize your own bot. Once you've created your bot, you can also run a quick test with it before it goes live to make sure that it's providing the answers that you want it to. Alright, let's keep going. Next up, we'll cover marketing in GoHighLevel. As an all-in-one CRM, you'd probably expect GoHighLevel to excel when it comes to social media management. And guess what? It does. In case you hadn't done so already from one of the earlier sections, you can connect to all your socials here: Facebook, Instagram, your Google business profile, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, and more. You can schedule posts that you want to send out to different platforms, create posts directly from within HighLevel, and repost content to multiple different platforms. HighLevel can also do email campaigns. You can start with either a blank email, an email template, or you can create your own custom template. On this email marketing screen, you'll also have the ability to create a workflow campaign. We'll get into that a bit more once we go into the automation tab next. For now, let's finish up here on the marketing tab. You can also create custom email templates and check out your campaign conversion success. HighLevel usually measures conversion success by revenue and total orders. If you want an affiliate program for your company, you can create one using the Affiliate Manager tab. Start by clicking on the blue Plus New button and then click Create Campaign. Here, you can choose what products will apply to the campaign, set any specific sales conditions, and have that campaign up and running in no time. You can also manually add affiliates by clicking on the blue Plus New button, but this time you want to select Affiliate. On the pop-up screen, you can add in all the affiliates' information and then assign them to a campaign. Brand boards is another new feature in HighLevel. You can add in your brand logo, colors, design, any unique branding elements, and other essentials, all in one place. The Ad Manager is yet another new feature. You can launch and manage your ad campaigns all right here in one place, but HighLevel charges an added monthly fee to do so. And finally, there's one last new feature we'll cover, and that's Content AI. Content AI helps you generate content quickly and efficiently by utilizing machine learning for tasks like blog outlines, article openers, social media posts, emails, and more. This new feature will significantly reduce the amount of time you spend on content creation. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in marketing. Next up, we'll cover automation. The power of GoHighLevel is on full display in the automation section. These automated tasks will free up your time so you can take on more value-added work, things like closing a sale. HighLevel allows you to either build a custom workflow from scratch, or you can use what are called recipes for a workflow. Here, you can see a few example workflow recipes, like an email drip sequence for new contacts, long-term nurturing and reactivation for leads that may have gone a little cold, and FAQ auto replies so that you can quickly and easily reply to some of the most frequently asked questions across text and other popular forms of social media. In case you'd like to take a deeper dive, HighLevel has some videos that will give you a step-by-step for the recipes and for building out a workflow from scratch. For now, let's look at a pre-built recipe, the appointment confirmation, to get a sense of what automation does. So here on the recipe screen, this is what you would call the brains behind the workflow automation. At the top of the recipe, you'll see something called a trigger. That's basically some sort of an event that kicks off the next step or the next few steps in the automation process. So the trigger for this recipe is that the prospect has booked an appointment. From there, the next step in the process is that HighLevel will send the prospect a confirmation email after they've booked the appointment. Now right below the email confirmation step is a time trigger. That's shown in purple with the image of a clock. This means that before doing something, HighLevel will either wait for a specific day and time, wait until a certain amount of time before an event starts, or wait for a specific amount of time, say 5 or 10 minutes. In this case, HighLevel will wait until 24 hours prior to the scheduled appointment time with the prospect before taking the next actions in the workflow. Here, this means that HighLevel is going to send out both an email reminder and an SMS reminder the day before the appointment. The recipe continues like this until it hits something called a decision point. These show up in the recipe in the form of a question to figure out whether an action did or did not happen. Then, based on what actually did happen, the recipe will follow that specific set of steps. Here, let's say the prospect clicked on the link, so we're going to go down the left branch. Now, HighLevel will either wait until the prospect completes the sale, or wait for 5 minutes to go by. Then it will continue on from there. One other feature of the automation workflow is that you can even further customize it by clicking on the plus sign in between each of the current steps. Here, you can either search for an action or just choose from the list, which is pretty massive. As you can see with the rest of the recipe, you can build out a lot into the workflow. And the best part here is, as you scale, this will mean that much less work that you and your team will have to do. No more manually sending out reminder emails, SMSs, or other types of follow-ups. GoHighLevel does it all for you. Build it once, or choose a pre-built recipe, and watch GoHighLevel go. Alright, now let's go back to the main automation page, where we can now see the recipe we started. Now in case the workflow or recipe isn't what you were looking for, simply click on the 3 vertical dots at the right-hand side of the page and click Delete Workflow. To make sure this is what you want to do, you'll get a pop-up asking you to type in Confirm before the Delete button becomes active. Simply type in Confirm, uppercase or lowercase doesn't matter. Hit Delete, and then boom, the workflow is gone. Alright, now let's check out the Sites tab. Now there's a whole lot you can do from the Sites tab. You can build out funnels, websites, e-commerce storefronts, host webinars, track analytics, create blog posts, host WordPress. This would be an extra monthly fee, by the way, and much, much more. We're only going to check out the most popular features here, starting with the funnel section. To get started with creating a funnel, click on the blue Plus New Funnel button. You can create a funnel from scratch, you can use AI to help you build out a funnel, or you can start with a pre-built template. For now, let's take a look at the templates. As you can see, there are a lot of different templates to choose from. This makes landing pages very easy to create. So for example, I'll choose this one here. I can add it to my favorites if I really like it, click continue, and then the funnel will show up back over on the funnels tab. From there, I'll click on it to bring up the funnel itself. To add or import a new step into the funnel, click on the blue plus Add New Step or Import button. You can either name the funnel step, then add a URL path for the step, or you can import a funnel step from ClickFunnels. Now, let's take a look at websites. To get started, click the blue plus New Website button. You can either build out a website from scratch using their website builder, or you can choose a template. Let's go with the templates for now, since they have over 1,000 to choose from. I'll pick this one. Same as with the funnels, I can favorite templates that I like and then click continue. The page editor is pretty simple and easy to use. Simply click on anything that you want to change. For example, this text box, and you can go in and make changes to the text, like this. You can also change buttons, update the colors, or change the text on them. You can even update images by simply clicking on them and then choosing a new image from the image options. If you don't already have an image, the AI can make one for you. You can also add new sections by clicking on this green plus button that's in between the sections to bring up the sections menu. From here, you can choose any section template you want to build out your website however you'd like. I'll add in a pre-built section simply by dragging and dropping it where I want it. And if you decide that you don't like a section, you can simply remove it by clicking on that trash can icon in the upper right hand corner of that particular section. Alright, now let's take a quick look at forms. So you'd first go to Forms and then Form Builder. To create a form, click the blue plus Add Form button. Like with funnels and websites, you can either start from scratch or you can choose from over 1,000 templates. Yep, you guessed it, I'm going the template route. There are literally tons of different options to choose from, and you can even sort and filter them by category. I'll click on Financial and then choose this template here. And boom, just like that, you have a beautiful form ready to go in only a few seconds, all with no design experience necessary. Next, let's touch on memberships. So for the memberships tab, the main focus here is going to be on courses. If you want to host a course from directly within GoHighLevel, you can definitely do that. This can replace platforms like Kajabi, Teachable, and LearnWorlds, or you can choose to use GoHighLevel right alongside of those. And within GoHighLevel, you can create as many courses as you want. You can also create communities if you want to. You can even create certificates. So say someone wants to take a course and you want to give them some sort of a test or just a certificate of completion at the end. You can also do that. Really quickly, I'll touch very briefly on the new GoCollab marketplace. This allows you to build courses really quickly and easily using templates. It is an extremely powerful tool. Alright, moving on. Let's check out the Reputation tab. The Reputation tab is essentially a one-stop shop for all your reviews. You can ask for reviews with the blue Send Review Request button, and you can see all the reviews that you've received from the Reviews tab. Pretty cut and dry, right? Okay, now let's take a quick look at reporting. Reporting is also fairly straightforward. You can create Google Ads reports, Facebook Ads reports, attribution reports, call reports, appointment reports, and you can even create and customize your own reports. Now, let's move on to the marketplace apps. Now, truth be told, 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL already does what a lot of the apps in the marketplace can do. But if you want to integrate 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL with your other tools and apps, this would be the place to do it. One thing that I'd recommend is that you at least try some of the different app features from within 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL to see what you think about them first. Now, there are sure to be some apps which you may already prefer, or that are so niche that it would only make sense to integrate them with 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL. To look for an app, you can type in the name of the app. You can sort apps by collections, such as top installed or newly added. You can search by categories. You can filter by features which the app contains. You can filter by focusing on a business niche, or you can filter by the app's pricing model. And finally, we'll review the settings, all the way at the bottom of the dashboard. On the Settings tab, notice how the menu changed on the left-hand side of the screen. A lot of the settings that were in some of the individual tabs that I covered earlier are all here, so you can customize all your settings here in one place. You'll want to take care of important things like building out your business profile here by adding things like your business logo and other important business information. One other thing I'll mention is that you'll need a phone number for 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL to set up your SMS. You can do that from the Phone Numbers tab here in Settings. The very last thing I'll cover here is Labs. This is where you can check out tons of cool new features that 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL is planning on rolling out. Click Show More to read about a new feature's full description. For any features you want to test out before they roll out live, click the sliding radio button next to the phrase "enabling in X amount of days" to activate it. You'll see the radio button slide from right to left and the grayed out background change color, indicating that it's now active. One quick reminder, these features are in beta testing, so in case you run into anything that doesn't seem quite right while testing out a new feature, you'll want to come back here to Labs and Settings, find the feature that you were using, and provide feedback by clicking on the Submit Feedback button. Alright, so that'll do it. This has been a high-level overview of 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL. No pun intended, of course. The one thing I do want to emphasize about 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL is that you have the trial period for a reason. And that, of course, is so that you can get into 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL and start getting familiar with it. So now you have the video. And like I said at the beginning, there are timestamps all throughout so that you can scrub to the parts you want to focus on. But the only way to find out just how powerful 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL is to try it out for yourself. And although 𝐷𝐷𝐿EVEL is pretty advanced, it's got a lot of plug and play features. So it's pretty easy to just pick it up and start using it. And as promised, you've just now set up your very own GoHighLevel account, your one-stop shop for all your CRM needs, and all in only about 30 minutes. Now, if you were just watching this video without following along, but after watching the video, you feel like you're ready to set up your own GoHighLevel account, go ahead and click on that first link in the description to get started. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.